Good evening, family and friends. Welcome back to Cooking with Carol Diane. Tonight, you will never believe what I'm going to show you. This is another little gadget that I found the other day, and I have used a small one very similar to this, but it all came together. So I'm going to start using it. This is called a Spanik vertical roaster, and what I wanted to show you is, this is what came in my little bag of goodies here. All of these and a big one. It had little skewers with it, and it had a little instruction book. That's about it. Okay, so the wire part of what I'm going to cook tonight, I'm going to roast this chicken, which is a regular roasting chicken. I'm not doing a small turkey, although this one right here of this 10 wires here, it does small turkeys. But my chicken's kind of big tonight, and so I'm going to use this particular wire. So the big one does for turkeys. The one that is 8 wires here does for chicken and duck, and these are for just little game hens, like a rock Cornish game hen, which I just love. They're just so good. So what do you do with these? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now. They're really quite simple to use, and we're going to try this tonight. First, you get a roasting chicken, which I have right here. My chicken is nice and clean and ready to go. And my pan that I'm going to be putting it in is just going to be this one right here. And here is the rack. So what I want to do first is I want to get my chicken nice and seasoned before I ever put it into the oven. I'm preheating my oven at 350 degrees right now. And sorry, had to get rid of husband's phone. It was making too much noise. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bird, which like I said is nice and clean, ready to go. And I'm going to season it just a little bit here. First, I'm going to take some olive oil, just whatever you've got. I've got this extra virgin olive oil, which I kind of like. And I'm going to put that down in the cavity just a little bit and rub that around all over the bird. Get it nice and oiled. Nice and oiled and greased up here. This nice little bird. It's going to cook on this rack. That apparently this vertical roaster idea came from a lady, well, it was the wife of Mr. Spanik. I think it's Spanik. S-P-A-N-E-K. And if I really like this, I'll go ahead and put it on my cookingwithcaroldiane.com under the gadgets if I really think that this is going to do what it says it's going to do, and I hope it does. I really do, because like I said, I have used the smaller ones for the rock Cornish game hens, and they came out fine. I just haven't done a great big roasting chicken before, but that's what I'm going to do tonight. So we need some seasonings now on the bird, and I'm going to take, and I'm just going to eyeball this in. There's no measurement here for me. So I'm going to take some poultry seasoning, which I'll open up here. I'm going to say about a teaspoon full of poultry seasoning. I'm going to add the paprika, and that's going to be another probably good teaspoon to almost tablespoon of the paprika. I'm going to add some oregano. These are my fresh herbs out of my greenhouse that I grow. And I'll add just a little bit of basil. I like basil on things. And I'm going to add a little garlic powder. That in there because my husband likes that. And of course a little bit of parsley. That in there. And we will add some, of course, salt and pepper. Generous amount of that. Yep. And I'm also going to add, since I had some lemon here, I'm going to squeeze some lemon, get rid of the little seeds here. I'm just going to kind of put this on my chicken all over, just for the flavor of the juice part of the lemon. And then we're going to take this rub Nice rub. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit down in the cavity of the chicken. That's the first thing I'm going to do, because it needs it down in there. Just kind of stick that all around. And then again, we're going to sprinkle this all over this chicken. Rub it good. It's been such a rainy, cool day today that I thought this chicken in the oven would be pretty good. This is a 6-pound chicken. You can get them larger or smaller, but this is a regular baking chicken, not just a regular fryer chicken. It's bigger for baking. Okay, that all around, a little bit more here. That should do it. Okay, so now the next trick, and I'll just kind of set this right here for right now. My hand's just a little bit cleaned off so I can work with it here. It doesn't slip away from me. Now my next trick of what I'm going to do is, yes, we're going to stick this in the pan. That's the main thing. But I'm going to go for a little extra moistness to this chicken. And usually you would just put, just a little bit, probably a quarter cup, half a cup of either water down in your pan, or you could use some chicken stock of some kind, chicken broth. But I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to pop open a can of beer. Yep, you heard me, can of beer. Doesn't matter what brand, just a can of beer. My son works for a beer distributing company. And I asked him, a while back, because I do want to make this recipe. I said, I need a good beer, and he knows I don't drink beer. And I said, I need a good beer, but I need one with good malt to it. So he came bringing me 3 different kinds of beer. And so right now I'm going to try this one on my bird tonight. Okay, so the idea of this rack is just to take the chicken and to stick the bird down over the chicken. And you have to get it down where you see the top part of this rack. Just kind of keep pushing it down until that comes through, which again, this chicken is just a little bit. I might have to help it along here just a little bit. Just a little bit to get over that rack of its skin down in here. That's all you want to do, is just kind of get it over the rack. Which I'll try to do. My hands are kind of slippery now with the oil, so we'll see. Because you want that steam of everything. There it goes. You want this to come right at the top. Okay, so the little legs fit down over here. I know this looks funny. It looks almost ridiculous. But you know what? If it cooks this chicken the way I think it's going to, and it comes out very, very moist and good, I don't care what it's sitting on. I really don't. I am going to add just a little bit of my water down here in the bottom of the pan. Even though I've got my can of beer in there, I just want to be sure it has just a little extra bit of the liquid in there. And I think that's pretty good for what I want to do. That's our little chicken tonight. You can always add more salt and pepper to taste. The paprika, if I wanted to add just a little bit more on here, paprika is a good browning agent, especially on chicken. So, you know, if you want to rub on some more of the paprika all over the chicken, it's a good idea. Real good idea. Because it's going to make it brown and look really, really nice. So we'll get that all over the chicken. Down on its legs. Just kind of doctor it up that way. It looks kind of funny, doesn't it? But I think it's going to work. I really do. So I'm going to pop that in my oven, 350 degrees, for about, well, it's really about 12 to 15 minutes per pound. This is a 6-pound bird. So I'm going to go a little over an hour that I'm going to cook this bird. And when I get it done, I will bring it out and show you the results of what it looks like, hopefully all brown nice the way I want it. And then I'll show you how to cut this while it's still on this little metal rack. I think it's a good idea, all of this. So like I said, if I really like it, I'll go ahead and put it on my website. But tonight, it's the roasted chicken. I'm so glad to be back on Facebook doing my videos. I had that timeout where my Facebook got hacked, and it was pretty sad, you know, to go through that. It's so frustrating to know that somebody else out there has your identity, and apparently on mine, it was somebody from California. And hopefully I have all of that blocked now, and they can't get to any of my stuff, and I can continue doing what I enjoy doing, and that's cooking for you. I like to cook for young people, people that have never done all of this in their kitchen. There's some pretty nice seasoned cooks out there. My older sister is one of them. And I'm not here to impress her, or I couldn't if I tried to, because she could top me on any of this cooking. But I am here to show the young people that simple little things, new little gadgets that come along, I like to try. And if I do, maybe you do too in your kitchen. And that's what it's all about, is having fun in your kitchen. So I've said it before, you know, I'm no chef, I'm no baker. I'm just a woman in my kitchen trying to put things together for people that have never done this before, and that, you know, want to look at it on a video and say, oh my gosh, I bought that item at a yard sale. I have no idea how to use it. Well, this is how you use it apparently. And I'm just going step by step showing you the basics of this too. So I'm kind of excited about it tonight to see how it's all going to come out. So I'll check back with you in a little over an hour when the bird should be done. Okay, see you in a few. I'm back, and my chicken, my little bird, is out of the oven. Doesn't that look nice? Now, to get this out of the pan and start carving, this is how you're supposed to lift it up. You are supposed to just take a knife and come right in underneath these blades of the rack here and lift it right up out of there, which it does. It does. I'm going to get rid of this pan a minute here because I'm going to have to cook it. So my little can of beer and the juice is in there, and if I wanted to make gravy, because I'm having mashed potatoes with dinner tonight anyway, so I certainly could use all these juices for the gravy. I really could. That would be kind of nice. So now we're going to stick this back on here, the bird back on here. Just kind of get it up here and stick it back on here. Okay, so it took about an hour and 15 minutes. I wanted to get this bird to reach 165 on my meat thermometer, and that's what it was. And that way I know the bird is done. You know, poultry is poultry, whether it's poultry, whether it's pork, or even a good steak. You know, you want to make sure it's good and done inside. So we are going to cut this little bird now and get it off of this rack. And to do that, oh my gosh, look at how much juice comes out of here. This is going to be a pretty tender bird. Pretty tender here. I think if I cut along here, it's supposed to just peel right off of here, which it does. It really does. It just peels right off. Peels right off. Don't want it to go anywhere. It's pretty slick on my little board right here. I probably should have put it on a wood cutting board. Wow, it smells wonderful. It really does. And if I was to take a little sample, like I like to do, to see what I think about this. Very moist. I think I'm gonna like that. I think this is gonna be okay. This is called a Hispanic vertical roaster, and I will recommend this, and I will put it on my website, cookingwithcaroldiane.com, under gadgets. I think this is going to be great. I made some apple dumplings for dessert. They were in the oven cooking, so I have those too. Husband's going to be so thrilled with dinner tonight. He really is. We're going to have mashed potatoes and maybe some of that gravy and some corn. And it's going to be a really nice dinner tonight because it's been just kind of, and it still is, just kind of a drizzly, rainy day today. And so this little bird is going to come in handy of our dinner tonight. I'm really pleased with it. So from my kitchen to yours, go buy these little gadgets and try them yourself. And I think you'll be really surprised. Didn't take hardly any time at all. You saw, just put your seasonings on there, stick it on this assembly, and pop it in your oven. You can do this on the grill too. And my first intent with this chicken was to put it out on the barbecue grill. But because of the weather, I opted not to do that. So it's in the oven as far as in the house today. But my gosh, the aroma in this kitchen is unbelievable. So I hope you've enjoyed my little video from my kitchen to yours. I'll catch you next time on Cooking with Carol Diane. Have a great evening. Bye-bye now.